Hi friends, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Okay, we're starting off with the Devil. The Devil represents Capricorn. I'm seeing somebody come through and make an offer. Something doesn't seem right to you. It's maybe like a tempting offer that comes through, but something that you see as not being like in alignment with your flow. Like not if you're going to maintain a high frequency anyway. But this is something that, like with the Devil, is going to be something tempting to you. So it's like it could be easy to give into this, but I'm seeing something come through. Again, this reminds me of like a situation where you're like, I know it wouldn't be the best thing for me to get involved in this, and I'm thinking about it. I'm seeing there be reflecting before there's a response. But you already have a feeling about this. Definitely something to pay attention to. For some of you, you feel like this would jeopardize something for you. I'm hearing jeopardize specifically. This may have been something that you wanted, though. Like, it can... Yeah. In some ways, you can see this definitely be, like, directly connected with a desire system for you. And at the same time, you can also know, like, hey, if I engage in that, I know that it's not going to be, like, in alignment with my highest good. For some of you, there is a Capricorn that's involved in this. Not for all of you. So yeah, this kind of feels like the before we attach or latch on to something that is going to become problematic, you're kind of in this state of like you get to have the choice, you get to make the choice right now, like whether or not this is something that you want to engage in. As I said, this is not something that's coming through where you're like, maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't be, whatever. Like, this is something you already know is problematic for you. This has already caused issues in your life before. You've already, like, done cycles, experiencing things. For some of you, this is another person. Somebody that you recognize, it may not necessarily be a healthy thing for you to be around or be having a current cycle with this person. Yeah, I'm seeing your intuition be like, say no. I am hearing knock it off. As I said before, you have a very, very deep knowing that this thing is like even radioactive. Nonetheless, I am seeing it come through for you. As I said before, like at one point in time, this could have been something that you wished for. Even now, it could be something where you were like, I know that it's not good for me to be involved with, but I still kind of like want them to come through and be showing up. But at the same time, I also know it wouldn't be a great idea for me to get involved with it. And now I'm seeing your intuition show up and be like, on some levels, you may want this from a higher perspective. You know this is out of alignment for you. There's no question about that at all. And that's how you'll know what this situation is for you. Like there is a very big red light in front of this whole scenario. You would have had a hard time breaking away from this person in the past. It may really take a lot of restraint on your end to not give into this energy. If you can ground and center yourself, I'm seeing you're going to work through this. I'm seeing too, like you've made a lot of progress when it comes to even like detaching from this energy, but it is something that gets you tripped up the more you get involved with it. Things become very, very complicated. But it looks like you've been working on uncomplicating this situation and again detaching from this. Also, too, I'm seeing you be in a space where you realize the more centered and grounded I am, and I'm looking at this clearly, I can see it for what it is, rather than things being warped because I'm in the midst of something that changes and alters my perspective. And you feel happy being in a space that is more grounded than you had been before. I'm seeing like things look like they're going well. This just looks like something tempting that's popping up on your path to be like, do you really want to be satisfied? Do you really want to be happy? Do you really want to keep doing what you're doing? Or can I maybe persuade you to veer off of the path here? That's what this would feel like. Because I'm seeing a lot of work that you've done to get where you are now. And this even seems like something regressive that's popping up for you. Yeah. Definitely some interpersonal issues you had with this person in the past. Yes. I'm feeling even like being in a relationship with this person kind of stole your sunshine a bit. Okay. I'm seeing something very delicate playing out here. Now, in your head, the reason why this may feel more tempting to you is that you're in a space where if you could like color in this picture however you wanted, things may be ideal with this person, but I'm seeing that be like not connected with the reality of the situation. Because it's like in your head, if things could be ideal, then things would be perfect. But that's not how it goes with this person. And that's not how it goes within this situation. Because I'm seeing that, like, when you are in a space, it reminds me of, like, Neptune energy, where it can be kind of like an ungrounded fantasy, meaning it's not rooted in reality. And so it's not going to materialize nor manifest in reality. However, if you're just like, you know what, it's going to be what I want it to be, it's not, you're not being honest with yourself. Again, you would know this too, like when you're grounded, I'm seeing you be like, I know what I need to like surround myself by joy and happiness. I know also that things are not ideal with this person, even if I wish them to be, but this part of yourself that feels like ungrounded at times, that gets caught up in the fantasy, is the part of yourself that's like, maybe we should try this out. But I'm seeing your higher self be like, you know, it's not going to be like that. You want it to be like that, but that's not the reality of the situation with this person. And so this is just going to be a letdown. And I'm seeing you get to a point where you're like, I don't want to set myself up to feel upset about this situation, because you already know how this ends. And that's why your intuition is like, don't even get near this. And when you reflect, that's what your intuition is telling you. Like, this doesn't need to be a whole trip. You can kind of bow out. But it takes letting go. Letting go even of what you thought that you might have with this person that didn't materialize. And knowing that, like, you can run this program through and through and through, and it's always going to be the same thing. You're not going to get that conclusion that you're looking for. And once you get to the point where you're realizing that, that means you've then completed the cycle. When you're connected with the reality and rooted and grounded within that. Because this is the dynamic interplay between you and this person. You feel like even morally this is the right thing for you to do. Your intuition is telling you how to like rebalance the equation here. Especially also because I'm seeing, okay, so this person that you are dealing with right now, they're not going to treat you how you want to be treated. They're not in a space where they're open and willing to be vulnerable. And I'm just getting like a disrespectful vibe from this person, meaning if you saw this person treating, say, like your best friend or like your mom or your sister or like somebody that you really care about, if you saw this person treating them the way that they have treated you, you would be in like an uproar about this. Like, this is wrong, this isn't okay, all of this stuff, like kind of up in arms about it. But the situation may be different when it comes to how they treat you. So this is really about even looking at it objectively and being like, as far as my standards, I'm not okay with the way that this person has treated me, and having like the dignity and self-respect to be like, nah, this isn't going down. I'm not getting involved. I'm not going to put myself in that situation, in this position to be mistreated, because I'm seeing someone still very much be in that space where like this person is looking out for themselves, and by you putting your foot down and having boundaries, it's telling them like, hey, you can't just come through and treat me however you want, and I'm just going to entertain that. This is you showing up for yourself and what you truly believe is right for you and the environment that you want to be around. I'm hearing something about a daffodil. All right, I'm looking at Capricorn, Virgo, Libra. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.